Hello and welcome to today's show. My name is Lance, this is Bansko blog. We're at the bottom of the gondola for a change with the one and only Richard.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Richard. How are you doing?
Very good. I've done my snowboarding for the day already, and
Yeah.
It's only 10:30.
Shall we just walk up this way? Would you mind holding the camera? You can probably leave your board there, nobody would nick that old thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
I just want to check the camera's looking good. Yeah, that's about right. Good. Stick it out as far as you can. Thank you. So, the conditions. How were they this morning, first thing?
Well, the first thing to say is it was the coldest morning so far this season.
Right.
For me.
Yes.
I mean, super cold. But I'm wrapped up warm, so that was the main thing.
Yep. You have to pull it out a bit. I'll carry your board.
Oh, that's good.
You got the better deal.
Yeah, it was super cold. It's worth actually, if you can, no matter how good your gloves are, get some inners, little inner gloves. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But the grip, it was phenomenal grip on the piece.
Yep.
And talking to George at Ski Mania, he was saying it's because there's still an awful lot of natural snow up at the top, and because it's so cold, it wasn't icy, which is kind of weird. I can't understand that, but he knows what he's talking about. So,
Well, it's good to hear there's excellent snow, and of course you can tell it's below -1 or less because the snow cannon are on, Richard. This is good news, isn't it?
it is. They've put a hell of a lot of new snow overnight and today. Oh, and by the way, here's another top tip. If you're coming down the ski road and these cannons are blasting away, it's best to actually keep as close to the base of the cannon as possible to avoid the big pile, because otherwise you'll go head over heels if you hit those fresh bumps.
Yeah, they will be smoothing out the piles, I think, certainly Friday, once they've built this up a bit. Okay, so quick shout out, Niall, thank you for your €15 donation, and the shout out is to Freya. Freya, thinking about coming to Bansko. Don't just think, do come. It's tremendous. We'll come on to the forecast in a moment, but many of you are enjoying the après-ski here, and I just want to do a little bit of a roundup of après-ski stuff.
Okay.
So, we enjoy the hub, don't we?
Very much so, yes.
Yep.
Good atmosphere there, very friendly. Even if you're on your own, which I am quite a bit this season, you just go at the bar, sit yourself down, and some lovely people to talk to.
Generally lovely.
Yeah.
Great. And of course, the chicken wings are very popular there, aren't they? And the chili con carne and the burgers.
Yeah, I vouch for all that. However, I think their tomato soup is rather good as well.
A good soup on a cold day.
And he's started to do a gumbo as well.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it's a sort of, I'm not sure if it's southern North American,
Right.
Louisiana style fish soup type thing.
Right.
Very, very filling. Nice.
Okay. I'll take that off for you. You hold the mic. Okay, so that's the hub. And talking of craft beers, we've got craft beer now in Sky High Terrace, which is, how can I describe it? Here's the Kempinski, it's just the other side there. And you'll see a big sign to say go up the stairs because it's right at the top. Very nice place to see the sun go down. Now we're getting sunset towards 6 o'clock now. So, yeah, that magic hour as the sun goes down, having a nice craft beer up there.
Maybe on Valentine's Day.
Maybe
You know, very romantic.
Yes, talking of food and Valentine's Day, we went to a very good restaurant. I can never say the name, too many vowels. Valavitsa. You'll see the video on that. We really enjoyed that, didn't we? Yeah. And
Yeah, tremendous.
And you can book that restaurant along with the Chef's House. So you can book that in the app. Chef's House. Now, there's a couple of things to announce there. On the 19th of February, they've got a saxophonist playing. Not only that, they've got Logadage doing 4 of their wines, including their lovely sparkling wine, and Hypnose, which is their premium wine.
I know that one, yeah.
They're selling those at 10% off, and there'll be some free tastings as well. But on top of that, randomly, hidden somewhere on your table, will be three prizes for 3 lucky winners. So 3 lucky winners, one of which will win 100 Lev credit, and the other 2 a bottle of wine.
Nice.
And if you book through the app, you'll get a free welcoming bottle a glass of wine per person. So
You almost said a bottle then.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh god.
I'm signing up.
So that's going to be great. I really like saxophonist. I know who it is, and I think you're all going to really enjoy that. Now, on the 21st is the 7-course tasting dinner from a chef that's, I have to express this correctly, has part of a Michelin star restaurant, but anyhow from Malta. So that's looking very exciting, an absolute bargain at 109 left. I think they may be nearly sold out, so you may want to double check that.
Yeah,
But,
I'm going to that.
yeah, me too. So that's some exciting things on the food. You've also been coming back talking about Alpen restaurant. You've been enjoying that. Stravete. And so friendly people here in Bansko, aren't they? Yeah. Mwah, mwah. Yes. So it's a very exciting day, isn't it, with this sunshine? We also want to look ahead for the weather forecast. Now I did get this wrong. Apologies. I thought there was going to be a bit of snow at the beginning of the week. That really was smoking hopium, Richard. I got that massively wrong. But it's looking like
You should have asked me.
right. Yeah, right. Something like that. So we're looking like 10 plus centimetres of snow. I'm going to have to look closer once we get to Thursday. That will arrive Saturday, Sunday. But temperatures, oh my golly gosh. You think it's cold now, Richard? You're going to have to put an extra layer on when we get to Sunday. It's
Right,
going to be
okay.
super cold. It'll probably not get above -6 in town at the warmest time of the day. So if you're coming out for the school holidays, make sure everybody's got plenty of layers. I personally recommend, if you can, buy some merino wool thermal underwear, bottom and top. It'll keep you warm.
Not cheap.
Not cheap, unfortunately, it's an investment, but they do last a long time and they will keep you warm. So that's just a tip. Do wrap up warm. Gloves, you recommended inners, I recommended inner glove as well. That's very important.
And maybe some hot red wine.
Well, you can't bring that with you, but you can get that, thank you for the segue, at the bottle. Our friend Tisho.
That's true, yes.
We like that very much there, don't we? So you can go there, have some hot wine, and of course they've got an amazing selection of red and white wines and fizz. And opposite, of course, you've got the Voivodis restaurant. Very nice. Their steak, phenomenal. One of the best I think I've had in Bansko, actually. So you can book that in the app. The bottle you can just turn up and enjoy. Although it gets busy some days, so get there.
He had over 50 people in this tiny little bottle store the other day.
He did, didn't he? He stayed till 3 o'clock in the morning as well, although I probably shouldn't have said that.
And for some reason, he says it's mostly the nationality that's most popular with are the British.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get that.
No, that's surely not true.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe if we had more Polish here and Czech people, it'd be full of them as well. But we certainly get plenty of Romanians, North Macedonians, Serbians, Greeks. Yeah, and Bulgarians. I've seen quite a few Bulgarians there, actually. So everyone's welcome, very multinational here. So the skiing is going to be good. So we're looking ahead. We're getting these very cold temperatures, which is actually very good news. We're getting some fresh snow. The piste are actually very well prepared. I saw your picture from this morning, which I posted on Instagram, Bansko blog. And there's going to be queues though. Yeah, there was a
Massive.
queue this morning. There's no queue right now. We are 22:11 right now, so there's absolutely no queue. So
Well, they opened the lift at 8 o'clock this morning, which is a bit unusual.
yeah, that's good news, isn't it? Yeah. But there will be bigger queues next week. And of course, you clever people who booked your ski lessons with us on the app with 50% discount, all lessons and hire are with Ski Mania. Just ask at reception because you can skip the queue by getting a minibus. So, but you have to check on the reception and get that organised. So, yeah, you're going to have to be patient or take a taxi here, there's taxis there, or arrange one in your hotel. That is my top tip, because there will be long queues. It's not the only resort to have long queues. Did you see the queue in Japan recently?
Oh, crazy.
I thought there were no queues there. You see, the internet tells you everything if you dig around a bit. So unfortunately, unfortunately, we're not the only place with queues by any means. Now, any other tips we've got coming up this week? Not really. Oh yes, unfortunately we had someone who decided to book about 10 hours, well actually less than that, 8 hours before they wanted to get the transfer back from Bansko to the airport. We were full, we're fully booked. it was for 1 o'clock in the morning pickup, and we already had 6 transfers at that time. So very sorry to that person, but that's why we put to book, or you can't really book before 24 hours before. So, but even 24 hours before at these busy times, particularly at the weekends, you know, we're going to be fully booked. So if you're coming any time over the next 2 weeks, don't leave it to the last minute to book your transfer. This person unfortunately had not booked their return transfer.
Ah,
yeah,
right, okay.
And he or she probably didn't realise that all the transfer companies, including us, get fully booked up on some of these times. So yeah, don't get stranded. Book both ways when you book, please, and that's very important. Lessons, we're now pretty much full for next week, and the week after, nearly there. Private lessons early March are getting very, very much booked up. So don't delay. If you book your flights, if you haven't booked your trip, why not put your own package together? Because it's not that difficult, is it?
Piece of cake. I just go on the internet. First thing I do is I look for the cheapest airline tickets.
Yeah.
And then kind of work my holiday around that.
Okay, so Google Flights is a very good place to start.
I use Kayak as well.
Yeah, Kayak, and what's the other one I use? Can't recall. But you can all figure that out. It's not very difficult. But you can hack your flights. You can go from different airports. If you're in London, you've got Gatwick, Heathrow, Stansted, Luton, etc. to play with. But also, you don't always have to go direct. You can go indirect. A little hack there. If you're bringing boots and you're bringing big bags, that can work out significantly cheaper. That was a tip from someone on I think in app who put that in the chat. He said, I'm going indirect because I'm saving £200 because I've got a lot of gear and stuff. There's baggage charges are quite significant.
I think George did that.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. Cool. So yeah, baggage charges. So you can be clever.
But you don't have to actually go to Sofia. There are flights to Plovdiv now and then as well.
Absolutely, you get not many, but yeah, you have Ryanair and Wizz Air basically. So rather restricted. But we do transfers from Plovdiv. I'd recommend that. The advantage of Plovdiv, it's always 2.5 hour drive or thereabouts. Traffic doesn't really come into the equation in quite the same way. Normally speaking, I should say. So yeah, that's a good point. You could fly to Thessaloniki. Oh, that is challenging and expensive to get a transfer because you've got to get through the border. I don't really recommend that, you know. Some people do it, they think it's okay. Fewer and fewer of you are doing it, but I don't know. Do try and hack your flights. March, certainly by the time you get mid-March, flight prices are quite low. You can do maybe a long, or go during the week, fly out on a Sunday and go back on a Wednesday or a Thursday, something like that. Then once you've got loads of accommodation on Airbnb, really nice places to stay, and booking.com. And then of course you can go to, Bansko blog and book your private transfer, your ski hire and your lessons all very, very quickly.
But also I've just had a thought, there's so many people in this modern day and age working from home.
Oh right.
One could theoretically come out here, ski and snowboard in the morning for a couple of hours because we're 2 hours ahead from the UK.
Yes.
Nobody back home would be the wiser, and you go back to your apartment, do your Zoom calls and a few emails, job done.
Yes, I don't think you're covered by the company's insurance, typically if it's a big company, so this is not advice, it's just for entertainment purposes only. Like everything we have here, including the ski videos, you may have seen the one I did yesterday with some ski touring. That's obviously not advice to go ski touring. I'm getting a price, a couple of you have asked for the price for a whole day guide to do ski touring. And not every day can you do ski touring. Yesterday was it, and today and the day after, a very, very low avalanche risk. So, you know, you've got to be very, very careful. You know, when you're going off the piste, that's not something we advise anyone to do, just to let you know that. It's obvious. But we'll get some prices for you guys who are interested in doing some ski touring. It was great, I have to say, really fun. And Pasha, thanks very much for you being my little guide on that trip. Yeah, a lot of fun. So I think that's about it. Enjoy the sunshine. Remember to wrap up warm. I can't stress this enough. It's going to be cold if you're arriving on Saturday. Certainly on Sunday morning, you're going to find that really cold. I think there's going to be some snow in town, so check out I'm calling it the snow cam. No longer the Q cam, because the Q's the other way these days.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so the snow cam will hopefully fulfill its name, and you'll see some snow in town by Monday, all going well. and on that absolute high note.
Well, show them the mountain.
Yeah, let's do that. Yes, that's a nicer view than our places.
Hang on, my board is running away.
Okay, I'll take that. No problem. That's great. So, yeah, the top tip, don't let your board run away. That nearly happened to me when I was transitioning on my ski tourers, because you pull in the brakes, or you got to pull off the brakes, and it started to go down, and it would have been a nightmare had it gone down. My walk would have taken me a long time in ski boots, and the snow was up to my knees. So beautiful view. Enjoy your time in Bansko. Richard will probably be the next person to give you a snow report, maybe tomorrow or the day after, once we know what the weather's going to look like. And yeah, anything else to say, Richard?
No, all done.
All done. All done. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.